Go back to the beginning of this SAT. So, ground ambulance is a little bit different than air ambulance. Because when they have ground ambulance and they are in a rural zip code, the first 17 miles are actually paid at a higher rate. Okay.
Can she show us the SAT slip before to make sure I got the right one?
Sure. Can you bring up the SAT?
Sure, yes ma'am. I am looking at this pretty thing right here. Give me a hot second, my computer's being slow. I'm looking at that one.
Yes, that's the correct SATs. The second thing that you're going to see with ground is that you may have two ER transports in the same day, or you may have an ER transport and then a hospital to hospital transport in the same day. So it's very important that you review the benefit determination for ground ambulance to determine how the cost share is determined, whether it's determined per day or per trip. Because unfortunately, Excellus is not as sophisticated enough to be able to determine that it's the second trip of the day, I need to take a second cost share. So there are times that when you're tabbing through that second time, it'll say there's no copay due because it took all the copay. That's not always correct with ground ambulance, because what it's reflecting is that they took the copay on the first transport. So then on the second transport of the day, we would have to manually apply that copay. So that's why it's critical when you're doing ground transport that you open the benefit determination and understand what type of cost share is going to be required for that claim. Okay? The third thing that is a little bit different is that, and you wouldn't really see this in air transport, is that non-emergency transportation for dialysis patients. So if you could bring up the SAT again, I'm at the top of page 2.
Top of page 2? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, what Medicare does is they actually take a 23% reduction when the transport is for purposes of dialysis. We know it is for purposes of dialysis based on the modifiers billed. So, for example, if they're going to a hospital-based dialysis, you will see a modifier that says maybe R, which is residence, and then G, which is hospital-based ESRD. And then you're going to see a second transport that says G, which is hospital-based ESRD, and then R, which means we're taking them from the hospital back home. Okay, and Medicare would cover that both ways. Same for Medicaid. If we're covering the transport to take them to the dialysis center, we're covering the transport to take them back home from the dialysis center. Okay, so when you see a G or J modifier billed with your ambulance claim, you need to take that 23% reduction. That is for the whole claim. So that includes the base rate, typically billed with the A0438, and any associated mileage.
So how would we do that? calculate the first allowed and then subtract the 20% off, 23% off of that allowed?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. So you would calculate the allowed just like it was any other claim, and then you would subtract the 23%.
Okay.
So then here's what I mentioned about the benefits determination and the MOOP stat, the maximum out of pocket. So team, if you have not opened up the benefit determination for this member's plan, and I will put the plan code in here, go ahead and do that. Okay. So there's the plan code. Remember, this is Georgia Medicare for 2026. So go ahead and open the benefit determination, and I hope everybody will do this for Georgia Medicare, that plan code, and find out what type of cost share we expect to see on this claim. And how often that cost share should be taken.
Okay. My document is being very slow loading.
Okay.
Yeah, I went down the wrong path or something. I don't know what happened. I got a BML lookup.
What do you mean you got a BML lookup?
I don't know, benefit, Medicare benefit master, I don't know where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm in the
Can
WellCare SharePoint.
you share, please, Beverly? Let's see where you are. You may not necessarily be in the wrong spot.
Medicare benefits by state.
Mm-hmm. Scrolling down.
Oh, there they are.
Thank you. You're welcome. And don't forget, you need to put in the dashes if you're searching for that number in the search box.
Amy, I kicked you off, sorry. You gotta reshare.
Okay, so for ambulance transport for this plan, what type of cost share are we going to take, and how often are we going to take it?
I don't know.
No, you're not sharing.
I'm not what?
Remember,
Are you
Bev,
talking
when
about
we
the max
started,
out of pocket, Lucille?
that will come into play, but right now I want you to search ambulance transportation to determine what type of cost share it's going to take. So yes, this plan does have an out-of-pocket max of $9,250. So you can do a find and type in ambulance.
Is that the 20%?
20%, yes, that's going to take our 20% co-insurance. And how often do we take that on ambulance services?
per each one-way trip? Excuse me.
Each one-way trip, correct. So we know we're gonna take a 20% co-insurance on our claim. So, now that we've done that, we need to review to see if the member has met their maximum out-of-pocket. So, if you don't remember how to do that, you can go to the MOOP SAT. I will walk you guys through that in just a moment. Amy, do you remember how to determine if the member met their maximum out-of-pocket?
I do not.
Okay.
Go back to my SAT.
So in the SAT for the CAMBR ground, there is a link to the MOOP SAT.
I lost my CAMBR ground SAT. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I went to eligibility.
Okay, so what did you find in eligibility? Because that is the first step in the MOOP SAT. So what did you find there in eligibility, Lance?
I found that the cost share was other than, rider was not in it. It was up.
So- Okay, so you found out that this member does not have an NM rider. So what does that mean if they do not have an NM rider?
That means cost share applies.
That's right, that means cost share does apply.
Because if they had an NN, then that means the cost share would be waived.
That's correct. If they have an NN for their data service, cost share is waived. So this member does not have a cost share waiver. So then the next step in the MOOP SAT is to look at the benefit accumulators. So step 2 tells you how to open those for the member.
Miss Lucille,
Yes.
can you repeat that? You said if they have the NM rider, that means they do have a cost share, and what was the other one?
Okay, no, it's the other way around. If they have the MN rider, which
And that's
this is-
Mary Nancy, right? Mary Nancy, MN?
It's Nancy Mary, okay?
Okay.
This is in the MOOP SAT, which the link is in your CAMBR, step 1. Okay?
Okay, I was looking at it, but it didn't, maybe I just didn't look far enough in. Let me look again.
Yeah. So what it says is verify if member has N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, rider to waive the cost share. So if they have that rider, the cost share is waived. And we can just process our claim per normal. We don't need to look at the DSPVN. We don't need to worry too much what the benefit the BML says, because cost share will be waived. Our member does not have that rider, so they definitely have applicable cost share. So I do see now that Amy has opened the benefit accumulators. So now she's going to see if the member has met their maximum out of pocket.
Well, I don't see where she opened it.
Me either, Faye. I'm still trying to catch up because I don't know what the mute is. I'm lost.
I just see her claims. I don't see where she opened it.
You did not see my SAT? Here,
No.
here, I'm here.
Oh, now I see it. I didn't see it before. Maybe you got
Oh,
so
okay.
many that you missed it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet.
So in this little box that she has up, the display benefit accumulation, what are you looking for?
We want to know
Maximum cost
if
share.
the out-of-pocket maximum has been met.
So I guess what I'm saying is, where am I looking to find that?
You would scroll down until you find it.
Date on claims for the current year, select okay. Alright.
So right now she's showing what claims have gone against ER co-pays.
I'm trying to figure out, you keep saying she's showing, I don't see, all I see is her claims right here. I don't
Is
see
it
her-
right here, Ms. Faye?
You want to see
Oh,
that
right
screen
there.
right there?
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of, you got a, what you call it going, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead, Sister B.
So yes, now Amy, you need to scroll down to find the maximum out of pocket, and if they've met it or not.
Oh yeah, I did this. I had to do it on the other Excel. That's the one you do on this. You open up other Excel accessories, or whatever you call it.
Yes, so she could find that when she brings it down, it will collapse her Excel. But of the two, scroll up one. So here we have an OOP Care CB and OOP Care OPI. Which one of those two would we want to be concerned with?
CB.
CB, which means combined. So if the combined out-of-pocket is met, there's no more cost share for the year.
Which it's not.
Correct. So we should expect this claim to take cost share in our pricing. Okay. So now that she's done that, she can go back to her SAT, not the MOOC one, go back to the CAMBR.
Okay. Out of pocket, okay. Which means I would be past step 4, correct?
Well, you actually would be starting here. The MOOC information is all prior to doing step 1. So step 1 is obtain your image, and then look for your duplicate.
Which I did that in claims display. There are no duplicate claims.
Okay. So then, step 4 is determine if your provider is par or non-par.
My provider is non-par, so
Okay. All right, so step 5 is to review claim for zip code pickup origin. So when you opened your claims display, does your claim have a pickup origin?
no.
Does everyone agree that this does not
No.
have a pickup origin?
No.
So show me your CMI.
Yes,
It does.
because the address is the same in 31 as it is in, or underneath 31, as it is in.
Scroll all the way down to, the bottom. You see where it says ambulance pickup location,
109 Church Road.
bottom left corner.
Yes, so it does have a pickup location.
It does have a pickup location, so this is where you typically see it on an EDI. Sometimes on a paper, it will be here in box 32 or up in box 23, which is the prior auth number. Okay, so now we know what our...
We never go by the modifier, Lucille.
Okay, well, in this case, the modifier is irrelevant because we use the pickup location to determine if the services provided are provided in an urban area versus a rural area versus a super rural area.
No, I was
So-
just asking, it said residents, the hospital. And it's,
Yes,
I was
but
asking,
for
do we
our-
ever go by? Yeah.
but for our type of pricing, No, we would not look at the modifier. We would look, the only way we would look at the modifier here is if we had one that said residence to hospital, and then another claim that says hospital to hospital. Then I would look at the modifiers to be sure they're different, just as I would for any other duplo. But as for pricing, the only type of modifier that's going to affect my pricing is if my modifier has a G or a J, which is my end-stage renal modifiers. Okay? So for what we're doing right here, an RH modifier is not going to affect how we price the claim. So you have your zip code. You might want to put that on your sticky note. Okay. So once we have that, we're going to go to step 6 to determine if it is payable. We don't need an authorization. This is considered an emergency transport, so authorization is not required. So, now I know it says lines are set to pay. Unfortunately, with CAMBR type holds, the lines are always set to denied, okay? What they mean is they don't have a denial code in there. Because just in this case, the reason they're set to deny is because there's no pricing on file, and we have to manually put in that pricing, okay? So now we're going to go to step 7. And we're going to open our zip code file and our price file. So first we have to open the zip code file, which hopefully you have open from when we did the other air ambulance claim.
No, it closed it.
Oh,
It's step 7. This file.
Amy, can you share that screen? Because I was having trouble with part of that one. Not the zip code file, but the other one. So can you switch over and share?
Yes, when I can find the link again, yes, I'll share.
it's in step 7. Where is it in step 7? Top of page 7.
The top of page. Am I in the wrong? Are we? Okay. We're not supposed to be in the out-of-pocket max SAT, correct?
Correct, because we already determined that, so we had to go back to CAMBR.
Okay. I need to get back in my SAT. It closed it down. I thought so. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's okay.
Don't apologize.
Gives us
Jeannie.
time
I
to make
think
notes.
And we kind of struggling with you, so.
You're doing a fine job.
Yes, she is.
Lucille, while we're waiting,
Yes.
you mentioned earlier mod R and mod G. What were they?
Oh, you mean mod G as in go and J as in jar?
I got go and jar, but earlier you said something about hospital-based dialysis with mod R.
No, R means, so when you're looking at the modifiers for ambulance, the first code talks about your origin. So R is residence.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Okay, so
Thank
if you have an RG that is from the home to the dialysis center, center. And then if you have a GR, that is from the dialysis center to the home.
Perfect, thank you so much.
You're
I was
welcome.
a little confused about that one.
Yeah. So this one, as Karen was pointing out, is modifier RH. So that means they were at their residence and they probably called 911 and 911 took them to the hospital.
Residence
what
to
the-
hospital.
Yep.
So it should be,
No, really, Amy, could you share, because I'm lost too. So if Lucille walk you through it, I want to see what she did.
yeah, no, as soon as I get the right thing up and what we're looking for, yeah, no, I'm absolutely gonna show you.
Okay, because
Per ground ambulance SAT closed on it. Yes, Lance, you got a question?
Yeah, just for my sanity, does it ever make any difference how many people ride in the ambulance, in terms of cost? Because I mean, in a perfect world, we would all expect one person to be there, maybe the person handling the medical emergencies or what have you. But let's say if there's 2 or 3 other people, or at least one other person, or total of 3 people, does that affect the pricing?
No, because they would bill individually for each person.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so you said step 7. Ignore my scrolling for a hot second.
Yeah,
y'all.
you're scrolling a little bit too far.
That's step 5 right there.
Oh, I'm in the air, you're right. I'm in the wrong one. Okay.
Am I in the wrong one or what?
No, I was in the wrong one, and actually, it would be step 2. This is weird.
Okay, boss.
We have so many open, I have like
I know.
20
know.
tabs.
So we should all relax when we in the wrong one. If Lucille is in the wrong one, we are
Yeah.
human.
Okay, so step 3 is determine if it's payable. We found our information. So now we're scrolling down. Now determine the pricing factor for the claim. So that is looking at the zip code. So you would be in step 4 and then middle of page 8. There you go.
Okay. Ready to go. Wow.
Oh. You changed something, so. There you go. Okay, so scroll down. Wait, you don't want the public use fee schedule yet. We need to open the zip location. It's a zip code by carrier locality file. So scroll down to where it says national breakout of geographic area definitions by zip code. And you want 2026, which would be the top one.
Am I just crazy? Did they change this?
Okay, there's 2 places that you look at. This is the zip files, the zip code files. So open that one first,
For 2026,
which is the top one.
Okay.
Yep.
I need that.
Okay.
I don't like being watched.
It's okay, nobody likes being watched. Okay, so, yep.
Just a
go
minute,
ahead and open
Miss
it.
Lucille.
Yes.
I'm lost.
Who's
I did
lost?
not see it's Tia.
Okay, so where are you lost, Tia?
I didn't see when she first pulled it up.
Mm-hmm.
Where did she go into?
Okay, so she's here in the middle where it says national breakout of geographic area definitions by zip code. So we need to know, based on the zip code, what locality it is under.
So she went to the first one.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So she's opened that one, and then she's gonna open that Excel spreadsheet. And she's going, when it gets up, she's gonna click on Edit Workbook, and then in this, she's gonna scroll all the way to the top.
It's thinking.
Mhm. And now she's going to click in search at the top, very top where it says search. She's going to freeze panes, and then she's going to freeze the top row. That way we have our headers in place. So now she's going to search for her zip code that we found on the image.
The image.
Which is
The pay 2 30321.
No.
no.
What did you find in box 31, the pickup zip code?
Just kidding. The U286.
Really good. Why is it not wanting to find that? Okay. It coming up for anyone else? It is giving me all kinds of grief. Okay.
I can find
I
it.
got it. I got it.
I got it.
Oh, I don't doubt you guys. I'm just saying it's giving me grief. So, let's see.
Our computers are Monday. It's fine.
There we go. Okay. So, now that you've found your zip code, the important information is the carrier, the locality, and the rural indicator in box E. Okay? So, the carrier code, the locality, and the rural indicator.
Uh-huh.
So you want to be sure you have that on a sticky note somewhere.
Yep.
Okay. So now, you're going to go back to the CMS website, and now you would open the ambulance fee schedule public use file, which is over here on the left. So kind of circle it before you open it. So yep. And then you want the H26 calendar year zip file. Hold on, someone's making some noise. I need to go shut the door. You can open that. So enable editing and freeze the top row. Right there.
Okay,
Which worksheet did we pull up? The geographic or the copy of?
I pulled the copy.
Okay, so did you find your, hold on. You found your carrier locality. Okay, good. get my fee schedule open. Let's see, what was that carrier locality? Okay, then we want the carrier code locality 99. Then our codes are the A0425 and the A0429. And our rural indicator is rural, not urban. Okay. So, have our information. So, tells us if our origin zip code is classified as rural, we're going to go to step 6. So now, in step 6, okay, so for the rural base rate, first it wants us to obtain the mileage. Okay. Approximately. So they want us to be focusing on H, and if we have add-on miles, we focus on J. So the base rate here is going to be the $433.50 for the ambulance.
Is nobody working the sheet that I'm seeing, or am I stuck?
I think she's
Amy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Amy, you're supposed to be looking for the carrier first and then look for the rest. So
I got
type in
my
the carrier
computer froze.
Yeah, and Amy, you actually have the wrong locality. You have the correct carrier, but you have locality of 51.
Right.
What is our locality, team?
99.
99.
Yes, so you need to scroll down until you find locality 99.
Will it always be 99?
No,
Oh, because mine was 99, I just assumed. Okay. So does she continue to search for
You
the
can also do a
locality?
control find 99.
yeah, everything looks out of order for her. You need to go back to carrier, 10 to 12, and then locality is 99.
Okay, you guys are confusing the crap out of me. Tell me what to do.
Okay, so column A.
Yep.
Okay, you need to find the carrier code of 10212. You're gonna have to clear all that up.
Would it be easier to add a filter on there?
Probably do that, okay. Now that you have the 10212, you're gonna scroll down until you see in column B, locality 99.
And then okay.
So this is your price for,
Highlight your procedure codes, it's easier.
yeah, and just highlight the whole line if you want to. So that's what I do. So you're gonna highlight, that's
So I
gonna
can
be
pick
your
on the
mileage.
The first code, AL429, is right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 433.
Yes. So 433.50 is the base rate. because this is a rural zip code. It's not a super rural, it's a rural, okay? And then for the mileage, it is actually going to be the number in column J. Okay.
The number in
1413?
Yep, 1413 per mile. And the reason
Right
is,
there. I'm
yes,
sorry.
yes, the reason it is J, because for rural zip codes, the first 17 miles is paid at a higher rate, okay? Then any additional miles would be paid with the rate in column H. So yes, so our price for the A0429 is going to be $4.33. I'm going to copy that and put it on my little sticky note. And then our price for the A0425 at 4.9 miles is going to need to get our calculator out. We're going to multiply 14.13 times 4.9, which is the mileage that they billed. So that's going to give us,
Is it on the screen?
I don't know if she's doing this on the screen or not.
No, screen's not moving.
No, I thought you said we can't use calculators on the Centene desktop.
You can use the Centene desktop calculator.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on that calculator. I was talking about the quote-unquote calculator in the SAT, which is an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so 14,
Wait, 1.3. Wait, where are you getting 14.29?
isn't that what you said?
No, but I want you to find it here on your spreadsheet. Since you didn't hear me. So clear that out. Okay. Bring your calculator over to the right. Find for your carrier locality of 1299, code A0425. So click on that line and highlight it. Right click and turn it yellow. Now click on that line and highlight it so you don't lose it again. Okay, right click and click on, there you go. Okay. So now you look at column J because the first 17 miles are paid at a higher rate. Then miles 18 through infinity are paid at the lower rate in column H.
Right.
So your first calculation would be 14.13 times the quantity billed in Excellus for that code, which is $4.09, or 4.9. Not equal. Oh, I said I'm sorry. I said $4.09 and that's not right. 4.9. So 14.13 times 4.9. There you go. That is going to be our price for line 2. So then our price for line 1 is going to be on the spreadsheet for the A0429, so highlight that line. And because it's rural, we're going to use the base rate in column H. Yeah?
Divide, multiplied by the miles?
No, because this is the base rate. That's just the rate for calling the ambulance. I get that rate right there, the $433.50. The first code does not need any calculations. The second code, the mileage code, that needs calculations.
Oh,
Because it's a non-par and we pay it 100%.
Correct, yes.
oh, okay.
Yes. Lisa, you have your hand up?
So you said it was $14.13 times 4.9%, right?
4.9, not 4.9%.
4.9. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to share to show you what I'm looking at here. You guys can see where this is in the SAT. My system will let me share. No, wrong one. Wrong screen. Come on, stop sharing. Now, let's get to the right screen. There we go. So, in the SAT, I determined what my zip code was. My zip code origin was rural. So I'm going to step 6. Team, I have to do this every time. I do not do CAMBRs off the top of my head. Okay? I look at this every time because I cannot remember. If I do not look at this, I can guarantee I'm going to make a mistake on my CAM. So, I'm going to obtain ambulance base rate pricing for origin zip code classified as rural. Okay? I know that my zip code is classified as rural because it tells me right here in my rural indicator is an R. If it was blank, it would be urban. If it was B, it would be super rural. But mine is R, so I need the rural guidelines. Okay? So, now I'm going to go in and check my base rates. So my line 1 base rate for my A4029, based on my SAT, I'm going to find it here in column H. Okay? All right? So that's going to be my base rate right there. And then my mileage is actually going to be this, because my first 17 miles are paid at the higher rate. Okay? So this is how we came up with our calculation of 14.13 times the quantity. Okay? That's going to be my mileage right there. Go ahead and pop that in. It always is going to be set to denied. I'm going to zero that out. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to set my claim to payable. And it's going to give me grief because it's the end of the day. Once it stops spinning, I'm going to tab through a second time. My line 1, I'm going to just be able to copy this 430.50 to my line 1 because my provider is non-par. So non-par providers will be paid at 100% of the fee schedule rate. Okay? Yes, we will do at least one more of these as a group in the morning. And then hopefully we can get some claims assigned out. But just follow the SAT, guys. Seriously. Just go to the correct place and just follow the rules. Okay? Just read it very carefully. All right? So, any more questions? Please. I don't know about you all, but I'm ready to call it a night.